whose work had inspired that innovation, was someone who prided himself on standing outside the mainstream.
I can see things that nobody else suspects until I point out to them. Oh, of course, but they haven't seen it before.
You can see it in the clouds, in the mountains, even inside the human body.
The key to fractal geometry, and the thing that evaded anyone until really Mandelbrot sort of said this is the way to look at things, is that if you look on the surface, you see complexity, and it looks very non-mathematical. What Mandelbrot said was that think not of what you see, but what it took to produce what you see.
It takes endless repetition, and that gives rise to one of the defining characteristics of a fractal, what mathematicians call self-similarity.
The main idea is always, as you zoom in and zoom out, the objects look the same.
If you look at something at this scale, and then you pick a small piece of it and you zoom in, it looks very much the same.
The whole of the fractal looks just like a part, which looks just like the next smaller part. The similarity of the pattern just keeps on going. One of the most familiar examples of self-similarity is a tree.
If we look at each of the nodes, the branching nodes of this tree, what you'll actually see is that the pattern of branching is very similar throughout the tree. As we go from the base of the tree to higher up, we'll have mother branches, then branching then into daughter branches. We take this one branch and node and then go up to a higher branch or node. What we'll actually find is, again, that the pattern of branching is similar. Again, this pattern of branching is repeated throughout the tree, all the way, ultimately, out to the tips where the leaves are.
You see self-similarity in everything, from a stalk of broccoli, to the surface of the moon, to the arteries that transport blood through our bodies. But Mandelbrot's fascination with these irregular-looking shapes put him squarely at odds with centuries of mathematical tradition.
In the whole of science, the whole of mathematics, the smoothness was everything. What I did was to open up roughness for investigation.
We use mathematics to build the pyramids, to construct the Parthenon. We use mathematics to study the regular motion of the planets and so forth. We became used to the fact that certain patterns were amenable to mathematics. The architectural ones, but largely the patterns of human-made structures where we had straight lines and circles and the perfect geometric shapes. The basic assumption that underlies classical mathematics is that everything is extremely regular. I mean, you reduce everything to straight lines,
circles, triangles,
flat surfaces,
pyramids, tetrahedron, icosahedron, dodecahedron, smooth edges.
Classical mathematics is really only well suited to study the world that we've created, the things we've built using that classical mathematics. The patterns in nature, the things that were already there before we came onto the planet, the trees, the plants, the clouds, the weather systems, those were outside of mathematics.
Until the 1970s, when Benoit Mandelbrot introduced his new geometry.
Mandelbrot came along and said, hey guys, all you need to do is look at these patterns of nature in the right way, and you can apply mathematics. There is an order beneath the seeming chaos. You can write down formulas that describe clouds and flowers and plants. It's just that they're different kinds of formulas, and they give you a different kind of geometry.
The big question is, why did